One thing that you guys were kids during the Depression.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Shit, we still ate. We we ate beans and boiled wheat, and a little buck meat now and then.
Well, I think at that time, why, my mother inherited quite a bit of money, and she bought a brand new, I think it was a '36 Dodge, wasn't it? Or,
Yeah, it was.
and then we had an old
Club
Buick.
Coupe.
We had an old Buick.
That was Dad.
Yeah, I know it. And we was raising drop calves, and she go over to the coast because most of the dairies was over along the coast over there, and buying calves for $1, $2 a piece, and $3 or $4 depending on how old they were, and that was doing pretty good. I think that's the reason Dad went back to her, because she had some money. But other than that, I don't think he wanted it. And then all this blew up, and I couldn't tell you much of that. But back to our grandfather. One of the times that they always had, not Pioneer Day, they had what they called the 4th of July. And in the 4th of July, why, it was like they had beans, and they had barbecue in the park, and they had a parade, all this, that, and the other. And so my grandfather was standing in the line, and
Oh,
yep,
this grandpa he's talking about is Francis.
you bet. Anyways,
Not a Jardine.
Not a
Francis.
Jardine.
Okay.
yeah, he was standing in the line there, and just these colored people were crowding in up in front.
They were in line, Bill. They weren't crowding in. This
Well,
one guy was.
Anyways, why, he says something about, he says, if there's anything left, he says, they ought to be in the tail end of the line. And so a guy by the name of Jim Crockett was quite a clown. And
Rodeo cowboy.
Yeah,
I've heard about him.
oh yeah, old Jim Crockett, he used to go down and post to bite a horse on the heels, pull his head back and let the horse kick over his head. But, you know, he would ride bulls backwards, but they didn't have the Brahma bulls they got today. But you know, like a Hereford bull of that type, why he'd come out of the chute riding it backwards, and things like this, you know, and or holding a bottle of beer in his hand while it was bucking. And he was quite a clown. But anyways, old Jim Crockett says, "Say there, mister, with a big brown derby, you sure taking an interest in this colored folks." And my grandfather reached in his pocket and grabbed his knife and took out after old Jim Crockett, and a bunch of them jumped on top of him and held him down. And he says there was a colored guy on his left arm, and so he worked the knife over like that, and he jabbed him in the ribs. And anyways, they took him to jail. They charged him $25 for disturbing the peace.
Sticking to by the knife was disturbing the peace back in those days. Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think that's about all I remember of that story.
The way I remember it was that old Jim Crockett got into lying. See, and my grandfather, being raised in the South, why, he didn't touch that. Black people are okay in their place. And he told him, he said, you belong at the back of the line. And anyhow, he took a swing at my grandfather. My grandfather knocked him down. And the colored guy, old Crockett, he grabbed a rock that was laying there. Was going to hit him in the head with a rock. And that's when they grabbed him. Grabbed my grandfather and that black guy. And that's when Grandpa seen this black guy, had him by the arm. And he worked it around. He said, my hand wasn't high enough to do any good. He said, but I got him just above the knee and went clear to his belt. That's what they were talking about. He never got it into his ribs or he'd have killed him. But anyway, Grandpa, he was quite a guy.